This video is to show you how you can get familiar with Roblox as fast as possible. I use myself Blender for many times. I'm not actually a gamer. I'm not into gaming, but since my kids use Roblox all the time, I took a look and seems quite interesting because there's also quite revenue going on there, and I think maybe for conceptualizing ideas, it's also a good, I think can be very interesting. So let's start. First, what is Roblox? Roblox, that is a platform where people can upload their games or publish their games, and in the game the users can purchase, if they want, things like in-game purchase. And then you have Roblox Studio, and that looks like that. You have a menu bar, and I will show you that in a minute, what's there. Let's take a quick look at the Roblox. So we have Roblox here. This is I published this on the 15th. So I am familiar with Roblox just 1.5 weeks only. And I show you this game. So I have this game. I open Roblox. And then we wait for a server. And server. Alright, I made this annoying glass house. So let's try to get rid of that very quick. There is a zombie somewhere, so I have to get rid of the zombie, and I'm often too lazy to shoot him. So I go quickly through, but I have to be fast. Oh, there I go. I mean, you see my health on top is almost gone, but slowly it comes up. And then we are outside of the glass house. Then we can get that green thing there, then that will heal our health. But if you look here at the top, my health is not good, because if I touch this and touch it again, ooh, now my health goes in red. So let's go first to the Kazoo tower. We have a good overview. There's a teleport. So you teleport here, and then you can touch this one, and then you can jump very high. And then, so I did that all in 1.5 weeks. So I'm running very fast now because I have that coin, and that let me run very fast, jump high for a few seconds. Ooh, I jump into the, oh, I'm dead. Alright. So that was the game. I press Q to leave the game. Leave the game here. I hope I'm still recording. Yeah, still recording. Oh yeah, so let's go to the Roblox website. So there are lots of games there. So there are quite popular games. Zombie Attack, this seems to be very popular also. Next, no, that's Roblox Studio. And let's go to the Roblox Studio, and what is it? What I want to discuss? Okay, yeah. First, what role Blender can play in Roblox. The problem is we have here the Roblox Studio. I will load very simple, basic thing. So this is the Roblox Studio, and then you can problem here is modeling. There's not much you can do. You cannot go in edit mode. You cannot make an inset or extrude or anything. What you can do is press Ctrl D. Go to move up. Then you scale this part. For example, Ctrl Shift. No, that's not working. Ctrl Shift. Now that is working. I press here negate. Press this one. No, select this one and that one, and then union. So, and then we see we can. So that means we can do very simple Boolean, but that's actually quite all. And you can have these are the parse primitives, so you can model with that. So that is not very convenient. So with Blender you can then model in Blender, and then export it as FBX and import it in Roblox Studio. Another problem in Roblox Studio that is actually not quite that many materials, and I have to press F now and the right mouse button so I can rotate here. It doesn't really show up as wood. I need to check quite a bit. So yeah, texturing is also not that very good. So you cannot work with UVs, etc. So then that's what we can use Blender for. So Blender has a good mesh modeling editor, good texture editor. So when we go to Blender, then we can import it. So I show you a quick overview of the Roblox Studio. So we have here, there's a bit confusing, we have here the menus on top. A home and model, a home that is more like a compilation of the most important buttons you see here. For example, you see a part here, you see that also back here. You see also select, move, scale, and you see that also back there. And if you no, so yeah, those are a little bit mixed up. So in home, yeah, we have the clipboard, we have tools to rotate and scale, we can insert parts, GUI, and a terrain editor. So you can, that's actually quite nice, but that is a bit out of scope of this video. Materials, few materials, and then assign color. And here you can test your scene. So you click play here, then so this is a basic template. I didn't do anything. I placed only this block, and then I have already a character. Character can jump, etc. So yeah, and there's a sky, and so stop. Then yeah, you can check yourself, but let me see what's more important. Oh yeah, so the explorer is what you want to work most of the time. That's very important because this is actually your game, the workspace. There's only this part at the moment. Is what you see here in the scene and the base plate, yeah. So that is the workspace. Then the other things, that is not what you see in the scene except then lighting. Check what happens when we are going to run the scene. So, for example, in the workspace, you see only camera, terrain, union, that's this part, and the base plate, that is this part. So that's no workspace, but when we are going to play, you see now a user, that's me, appear in the scene. And that user has a lot of parts, etc. So it's a bit quite dynamic. And when you're going to script later, it's sometimes a bit confusing. But I come to that later again. So that's the Explorer is important. Then the properties. Do we see the properties here? Oh yeah, properties. So Explorer and properties. Those two are important. And you have to Game Explorer. Not really. I never use it actually. Tutorials. I come back to that later because there's something else. Object browser. This is not very useful. This is very concise overview of the what is available in Roblox. Like it's kind of the API. You cannot do anything. You cannot drag it. You cannot right click. It's just this information. So you click body force, and then you see what is included in the body force. Like I think these are functions. These are booleans, maybe. No, those attributes, and these are events, I think. So that one is not very useful. Then command bar, I didn't use that performance, but yeah. So most important is this one. You will be in most part you use home and model and test. All right. So then next, Explorer. Oh yeah. So the physics. So by default, when I add this thing, let's run this. So we go to test here. So I put the brick up, but the brick is now down. So by default, all objects, the physics is applied to it. You can switch it off because, let's say that I build a tree with a small trunk, long high trunk, then the tree most likely will collapse. So to prevent that, you go to model, you go as anchor. So and then it will just stay. So then the physics are not applied. Next, the default game, I showed you that. Then there are some obstacles you may encounter. By the way, these are the things I want to discuss. So I'm going to discuss also export model to FBX and Blender, imported in Roblox, fastest way to scripting, and yeah, I showed you already the Kazoo island. So the obstacles. There are a few things that are sometimes a bit annoying, but in Roblox, so you will encounter that. Some I have a solution. So to zoom, that is quite difficult. For example, I use a scroll wheel, and I just have one tick on my scroll wheel, and then I zoom in that big already, that much. So that's not very convenient because what I like is to have it here. So what I'm doing now is I press Shift and then W, or Shift and an S. Now you have parts. If you want to focus on them, let's say you're somewhere here, I select this part. I want to focus on it, press F for focus, I suppose. And then I press the right mouse button, then I can rotate it around. But a tiny bit annoying is when I use Shift, then S, and then I do this again, then I'm not rotating around the brick. So it's not really convenient to model in Roblox. So Blender is perfect for that. And so that's why I always use, well, before just 1.5 weeks, use Blender for that to import in Roblox. Next step, so scale on axis. Yeah, that was, so my experience was that if you have an object, you see what happens. At the moment it is scaling in all shit. No, I forgot what it was. Control Shift, all right. Let's see. Oh, move. Wait, let's start with a new thing. Block. All right, so now I have a scale. So when you scale, you can scale like this, you can scale like that, scale like that. But when you want to scale everything the same on all axes, you press Control and then Shift and then one of the handles. So you can scale them and all. So that took quite some time to figure that out. Apart from precise location is not possible. It goes to the middle of the screen or floor. I show you that. So press delete. X is not working. I always press X, but that's not working on Roblox. So we add a part. Okay, let's say I'm here. I press the middle mouse button. Let's say I want to break here. Look, but it goes then quite somewhere. So this was the middle of the screen, middle of this area, and then it finds the floor and drops something over there. Let's try that again. What happens now? So it goes to the middle of the screen, but it goes very far. So that's how Roblox does that. So you cannot position it straight away like that. Yeah, of course you can move like that. Next part. All parts will fall down. I showed you that. You cannot go in edit mode. Yeah, it works with booleans. I showed you that as well, I believe. No? Units are studs. Okay, yeah, so we have somewhere a model, and here you can, if you want to snap on rotate, you can snap on 45 degrees, and if you want to move, let's say 10 studs. That's quite a lot. Huh? Let's do 5. All right. Something else nice is we should have that in Blender as well. When I press collisions, that's just for modeling this. In the game, nothing will happen, just for modeling. So when I press Ctrl D, I duplicate this, and then can do that, and I cannot drag further down because I have collisions on when modeling. So and I cannot, and snapping also to that part. So that's very handy. That's that. Oh, duplicate is in the home tab. Yeah, Control D. If you want to duplicate something, you can find it here. Duplicate is a bit far away, but you can press Control D. Welds. That seems that most people don't understand what a weld is, but weld, that is just for when there are physics. So the anchor is off here. So when I put these two up, put that up, and let's scale it a little bit. Put that off. So then we are going to run tests right here. Oh yeah, okay, the bricks fell down like that. When I'm going to weld these pieces, so model, I think I select them both, and then weld. So, and now you see they also fell down. They fell down on the floor, but the physics encounters the two parts not separately. But when you keep modeling, that those two are still separate. And here, two different parts. But just for physics, they are connected. That's all. Then, oh, I showed you that, I believe, huh? So it works with the booleans. Then, oh yeah, one Blender unit is 100 studs. So when we go to export in Blender, I'll show you that later, we put it on 0.01. And collision fidelity, let's say you have a model in Blender, like another brick like this, but quite a complicated model, but still low poly. Then what you want to do is there is then somewhere collision fidelity, and you want to put that on accurate. I hope I still have time to show you that. So next to the next part, export model as FBX in Blender. I pressed the wrong button. So here we have Cezanne. Let's add a material, a little bit quick. What I like to do is I go in Waypaint, go to Layout. There you have the tissue add-on, curvature, and then you can select the blur iterations like that. So you convert that to colors. Then you go here. Then you go to the no. I'm confused. It should be here. Oh yes, that's right. Vertex colors. I'm looking for vertex colors. Why is it not here? Here. Press and go. So, and then I go to my material workspace where I do my materials. I have here some of my favorite node groups. That's from the material nodes add-on, if you are interested in that. So then if you add color mix, like that, put that in the back. So let's keep it simple. We're doing one more thing. So we go to my favorite node group, that one. By the way, in Roblox, at the moment, there's only the fuse, unless you select one of the materials that comes with Roblox. But if you import, you have only the fuse. There's a beta version of the Roblox Studio, and there you can have normals, but it's not recommended to publish your game with that because it's not yet stable. So then we go to cycles, and we make also add texture, image texture. We say new, and we say design. Then I'm going to the render tab, then to bake, select the fuse, switch these off, this round margin 2 pixels, and press bake, and keep in mind this one has to be selected, bake, and then we have to wait a little bit. So let's wait, let's check. We go to the image editor, and there we have Suzanne baked. Back to the shader editor, we can plug it straight away in here, and then we get we get the same result. Almost the same. Then we are going to save this texture first. Image editor, save as. We are in Roblox tutorial. Suzanne. Then we have Suzanne here. We are going to export FBX. Selected objects, otherwise you are going to export the whole scene. And then scale to 0.01, I believe. Yes, because one Blender unit is 100 stats, so we have to divide by 100. And then we have to, Suzanne FBX, right? Export FBX. We open the Roblox Studio. We go to the workspace. There we look for mesh part. That's the one you need, mesh part. That's our mesh part. I press F. So I'll go here. Then I look for mesh ID. That is here under appearance, mesh ID. So I go to my Roblox season, open, which contains location data. No, I don't need it. Let's check what happens. There's Susan with the texture on it. It looks quite different, I must say. Quite different. Can I get that here? Not even. Yeah, so the lighting is a bit different by default in Roblox, looks like. Alright, but that's how you can model in Blender, export it and import it in Roblox. So the interesting part, the fastest way to learn scripting. So I showed you I learned how to make that. Well, it's not a game, but almost close to being a game, maybe. But what I found the fast way to learn scripting is you go to this website. I will provide a link. That's on Roblox itself. There is an example project adventure game, and you skip all that. You skip all that. You go to the latest page. So you click through. You can read it a bit, but don't try this out on in Roblox itself because it has some errors. Creating a leaderboard. But anyway, at the end, like these codes, you can download the complete project and import that in Roblox. Yeah, I did that, and it's very useful because this is a good template for a game because let's see if we have that here. Example project, yeah. So you can walk around here, and then you have to get cupcakes in your backpack, but your backpack is small. And then if you have 2 cupcakes, you can go here, you can buy a bigger backpack if you sell these cupcakes, and so you can get more money in game, currency in game. So that's the game's quite good. So I show you some scripts, how the scripts look like. So you got the leader stats. I mean, you see when you start up Roblox, you see how many gold you have, how many items, and I'm not sure what this is. So you can take a look at how the script works and where it is placed in the Explorer. And if you understand just a few of these scripts, you have already a good idea how and where you have to put the scripts. And the script is not really that difficult. Let's look at tool script, for example. So this is a variable, this one too, all variables, local, for nearly all variables you use local. So, and for example, you see here a tool that's a variable, a name you can make yourself, you can call it Eric, but, or in this case it's tool, and it refers to script.parent. So this is this tool script. Let's look for the tool script. It's here. Then it says script.parent. So script, and then the parent is this one. So this one is a tool. So this variable refers to this. So in the script, if they say tool, blah blah blah, they mean this part, blah blah blah. Same with scope. Scope is tool.scope. So tool dot scope is this one. So this is the tool scope. And then backpack is tool.parent. So the tool is script.parent. And then this one is in starter pack. etc. So then there is a function here. So that says on touch, that there's also a name you can give any name. You can call it also Eric, so local function Eric while touched. You can also this one, but untouched, that's clear. So oh yeah, this so that this function looks parts if they have a attribute with a value can harvest, and it is touched or something. Yeah, I think scope, touch, connect, and touch. All right. So if you figure that out, this script, then saves you a lot of time. Then back to here. Where am I? Here. So if you do that, very good. And this is a very good YouTube channel. He is quite amazing. A lot of tutorials about scripting, and he talks very clear. Very good. Next one is, yes, I love this guy. Just only to listen. It's very engaging to listen to this guy here. So a shout out to these two guys. Amazing. And then you have also this website, CK Studio Plus, studioplus.io. So it seems they are working with Roblox, and in Roblox you have then a plugin, and you have courses. And if you open that, you can. So if you're, say, you're a starter, you can look at that, or if you're a beginner, or if you want to dive into more programming. So I was interested in interfaces. Oh, that's quite nice here. So first the template, take a look at the template, what it does, follow some tutorials, what you want, and that, and play around a lot yourself. So let's check if I missed something. That's pretty much it. So then yeah, I will see you in the next video, because I think I'm going to make more videos in the future. Yeah, future. All right, thanks for watching.